Oh, how did that happen? You done? I don't think we can hear you. Speak.
I'm not saying anything.
Oh,
Vid-
just checking.
You're supposed to go right to the video.
No, I don't know what the video is. I'm just kidding. What video? I'm not supposed to go right to no video.
Yes, it is. See? A
No.
block video Biden.
I don't even. Oh, shit. My bad.
AJ gang banging. AJ,
Okay, hold on. This is what happens, you guys, when I shouldn't be here. Bye.
The next president of the United States, Joe Biden.
It's June 9th, 1987, and then Senator Joseph R. Biden Jr. has just entered the presidential race. Look familiar? The 2020 race is Biden's third attempt at the Oval Office. He first ran for president 32 years ago. For those who may have forgotten or weren't around in '87, here's what happened. Biden started off as a strong contender.
Senator Joseph R. Biden Jr. of Delaware.
But his campaign was marred by some early blunders, like this one.
What law school did you attend, and where did you place in that class? And the other question is...
I think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect.
And he exaggerated his academic record in law school.
Went back to law school, and in
we've
fact
heard
ended
that
up in the
before.
top half of my class.
And then there were moments like this, repeated later during the campaign.
When I marched in the civil rights movement, I marched with tens of thousands of others to change attitudes.
But he never actually marched in the civil rights movement at all. Ultimately, it was accusations of plagiarism in his speeches.
I did not know that was a Robert Kennedy quote. My mistake.
That forced him to drop out of the race.
I made some mistakes.
After that, Biden stayed in the Senate, ran again in the 2008 race, became the vice presidential nominee, and then the vice president. Laid low for a little while, and now we're here.
If I'm going to be able to beat Donald Trump in 2020, it's going to happen here.
And certain things, including a handful of Biden's vulnerabilities, haven't changed. He's still leaning into some of the core messages he highlighted during his first presidential run, often emphasizing his profile over policy, promising to put the country on the right path after what he sees as the ills of Republican administrations. Here he is in 1987.
I tell you today that America is a nation at risk.
In 2007.
This president's going to be judged in his administration, judged very harshly by history.
And in 2019.
We're in the battle for the soul of this nation.
But Biden has struggled to project himself as a man in step with the times, and parts of his political history continue to haunt him, like his role in the questioning of Anita Hill in 1991.
It is appropriate to ask Professor Hill anything any member wishes to ask her to plumb the depths of her credibility.
And more recently, it was his relationship with personal space.
The boundaries of protecting personal space have been reset, and I get it.
Throughout his more than 4-decade-long career in politics, Biden has become known for his freewheeling charm and authenticity.
I've been referred to as middle-class Joe. It's not always meant as a compliment.
But his candor has also gotten him into some trouble.
I've done some dumb things, and I'll do dumb things again.
As the Democratic frontrunner, Biden will be under a microscope. The question is whether he can harness the folksy appeal he's become known for without repeating the mistakes of the past.
Boo.
Well, welcome to Trifecta Hour. I'm AJ. This is Ink.
And AJ's frozen. Frozen. You guys, AJ's frozen. We lost him.
Good picture, though.
It's a great picture. Everybody screenshot that because he's frozen.
That's a great face.
He's frozen. Frozen.
That's a great face.
Well, welcome to Trifecta.
Welcome to Trifecta, everybody.
AJ's frozen.
Prince,
I mean,
that's Inked.
That's Prince. Oh, everybody, it's April. We wear blue for Autism Awareness Month for our little Princeton. Woo, woo, woo.
We're going to get to that later.
Yes, yes. And you know when AJ comes back, he's going to be angry.
Mm-hmm.
So we want everybody to just bear with us. Anyways, so Prince, how's this Friday treating you?
My Friday is phenomenal because I don't have to go to work like the rest of you schmoes.
Oh, you got jokes?
I get to stay home. I get to play video games. Let's see. I played 2K today. I worked out this morning.
You need to.
I picked up. Shut up.
Oh,
there will be no. This is a safe space for fat people.
No, it's absolutely not.
It absolutely is.
We don't do safe spaces. So go ahead, Chunky. Continue to tell us.
PlayStation.
So did you work out and then eat a brownie?
Why would I eat a brownie?
Oh, I don't know. I just was curious.
No, you don't work out. See, this is the misconception people have. They think, oh, I spent 30 hours on the treadmill, so now I can eat all those calories back. That's not how it works.
I got it, Lumberjack. Thank you. Okay, so I'll just say this then. I'll just be fat.
Okay, fine. You do you.
I will.
Listen,
thank you, my buttercup.
All fupas matter.
They do. And I happen to know somebody who loves it. So anyways, with that being said, we are waiting on Mr. Rant Room. And you guys know when you leave the trifecta to the Inkton Prince, it could fall off the deep end. So I made it. Despite my week that I've had, I am here. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to get emotional. But those who know me know. But I made it. I'm here. One day at a time, right?
That's it.
Well, I guess we could just continue. I'll read the thing.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. I don't know what happened to AJ. Maybe he'll come back. Just so you guys know, he's been fired. Anybody want to audition for his spot, let us know. Welcome to Trifecta Hour. So today we are riding with Biden, or as we would like to... Wait, Prince, are you reading the notes?
Yeah.
Fuck Joe Biden. Oh, Joe Byron. Do you read that? It says Biden, or as we like to fuck Joe Byron, our 46th president, Joseph Robinette Biden Jr. has been upheld by many on left and some on the right as this lesser of two evils is the political arena. When put up against alleged rabid racist and bigot Donald John Trump. We still haven't. Has anyone showed us yet if he's a racist? He is an upstanding progressive who, despite being a devout Catholic, mocked the Holocaust Day. Oh, the holiest day on the Christian calendar by declaring Resurrection Sunday as Transgender Visibility Day. Should we take a look?
Let's take a look.
Okay. Oh, shit, my mouse was stuck.
This year, Easter Sunday falls on Transgender Visibility Day, which is traditionally on March 31st. But this year, not only did Fairfax County, Virginia, make an official proclamation for Easter Sunday, so did President Biden. Biden was the first president ever to issue an official proclamation for Transgender Day of Visibility, and this was back in 2021. And in his proclamation this year, he said, quote, "Today we send a message to all transgender Americans. You are loved, you are heard, you are understood, you belong, you are America, and my entire administration and I have your back."
Say something about this. I am so angry about this because they are misrepresenting the message of Jesus. They are misrepresenting Catholicism, Christianity. Yeah. You know, the trans community is 1.6% of our community. And if you know anything about Jesus, you know that he welcomed lepers. He welcomed prostitutes. He welcomed the least desirables among us in the society at that time. I was in church on Easter Sunday, and our entire homily at St. Charles Borromeo here in Harlem was about Jesus and about how he got up because of us and for us, and he gave his life for us. Yeah. And so for them to be so hypocritical in the name of Jesus is blasphemy. And by the way,
all right, she going to hell. Straight to hell. Gasoline thrown on.
Hey, Mr. Rant Room, welcome back.
Why'd you keep that part in?
Because I said that has to stay. That has to stay. Brandon is a mess. She going to hell with gasoline thong on. I said
gasoline thong.
All right. Any thoughts?
Okay, I want to start with the stupid bitch, Sunny. The fact that she would take the word of God and then twist it and turn it and make it sound as though we were going against it. That had nothing to do with anything that was happening. We don't need to make them visible. We see them. Trust me, we see them, we hear them, they won't go away. But the fact that they're trying to really tell us that we're the wrong ones here was beyond. And the fact that we take, like you say, the holiest day in Christianity. Christianity is really taking a hit, hasn't it? Man, oh man. I mean, we're batting 1,000 over here with Christianity. And then turn it into something that is far from is really kind of interesting. I'm just going to do one thing and mind my business, because when the bitch is on fire, I will not be putting her out. She can flame on. She'll finally be as black as she pretends to be.
Oh.
And we'll go from there. Because if I always say, Sunny, the new black Sunny, where's her hair curly? Prince.
Oh shit.
This is my thing. Why are we always getting lectured because of our beliefs and our ideologies? Why are we always getting attacked because of our opinions? I feel like it's so weird. It's like they can say whatever they want. They can call us names. They can say we're blasphemous. They can say we're using the word of God wrong. All that stuff. But the moment we say anything, or we even defend ourselves, it's like put more gasoline on them. So it's like, do you ignore them or do you go at them? Like, it's like, I don't know. As far as the view or the spew, whatever you want to call it, I'm so sick of getting lectured by privileged hens. I'm so tired of it. Like, who is the demographic for that show? Because it comes on like midday, like in the mornings. So is it for the depressed, wine drinking, middle-aged suburban housewife who doesn't really know anything about politics? So she's really going to hang on the word of Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar,
that's valid,
Sunny Holston, and that timid, fake conservative Republican that's to the right, your right, my left. Like, I'm just so done with the view in their clips. It's like a train wreck. You know what? You can keep lecturing us. You can keep telling us that our thoughts and our ideologies are wrong. Guess what? Them shits ain't gonna never change.
Yeah. Okay.
So, just to be clear, Sonny. Yeah. Jesus went to the people, not to become the people. That's the part they always leave out. Jesus didn't go to the people to go start slutting with the prostitutes. That's not why he went to them. That's not why. It was to change them, to free them from sin. That was the point. We always leave that part of the story out and then think, oh, well, Jesus hung out with the prostitutes. Jesus went to the club. Jesus was fist pumping. No, he was not. Please stop the fuckery, y'all. Stop leaving out the important part of that story. They all do this. They'll be like, oh, Jesus hung out with. Yes, the only thing I can kind of maybe sort of, and I'm not even gonna give her an inch because she's gonna take everything if I give her an inch. But the only thing I do think churches should not turn people away flat out. I think if you come with a heart to want to change or shift something, then yes, the church should take you, But this whole notion that now churches have to conform to the world versus the world has to conform to the church.
To the church.
God he's not changing. Like CeCe Winans said, there's a lot of changing going on, and I got an attitude about it. There's no changing. That does not change. That's what it is. So if you go to that, you have to shift to that. That's not going to shift to you. So when you go to these churches and they're telling you, oh yeah, it's okay to continue being in your same-sex relationship, or continue to be an adulterer, to continue to drink excessively and do all the other things that you're not supposed to be doing. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to free you from those things. And you have to be willing to do that. But people don't want to do that. People want to be able to say they're a Christian or they love Jesus and still be able to do their worldly stuff. And that's not how that works.
Blasphemy.
Anyway.
Look, blasphemy in quoting Sonny. Stupid.
She had the audacity.
I can't stand her.
I'm no theologian by a long shot, and even whatever. Anyway, and we know black folks love them some Joe Biden, but when put up to the test of some of his favorite quotes, people seem to fall short. Take a look.
And you also took to the streets to prove that most folks have no idea the racist comments, sometimes virulently racist comments Joe Biden has made over the years. Let's have a look at some of the reactions when Californians discover who is responsible for these astonishingly racist quotes.
This person, he referred to Barack Obama as the first mainstream African American that is articulate and bright and clean, who is articulate and bright and clean and bright and clean. Scale from 1 to 10.
That's racist as It's like a 10.
A 10. Okay. Oh, a 20.
Breaking the scale.
Broke the scale.
Okay.
Rate it?
1 to 10.
9.
Okay, so
9.
Definitely 9.
Who do you guys think said the comment about Barack Obama, saying he was the first
Trump.
Trump? Okay, what do you think?
Probably him.
I hope it wasn't Donald Trump. I like it too much.
When it came to articulate and bright and clean, who do you think said that if you were to guess? I know you guys aren't from the United States, but if you were to guess.
Trump.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
It was Joe Biden.
No.
It's a real quote.
No.
It was Joe Biden.
Lies.
Really?
Guys, I'm sorry. Joe Biden said that. It's a real quote.
Joe Biden again. No.
I swear.
What?
Joe Biden. It's a real quotes from Joe Biden.
We knew that
He was relieved.
inflation right now. Racist ass.
Wow.
Anyway, Kamala racist too. She like the more black people than any other DA that was on the stand.
Preach.
That's fact.
Speak it.
It's Joe Biden.
Yeah, so there you go. Wow.
There you go.
Did you know that?
What is going on with us in these videos and these outfits?
And it's not like he ever really...
What's going on with us in these videos and these outfits we got going on there?
I don't know. But friends, why are so many black folks misinformed about Biden and Trump for that matter?
Because for one thing, we're gonna, not we, but some people are just going to double down on their wrongness. They were sold on this ideology that this guy was going to save us from the lesser of the two evils. So what ended up happening when they found out that, hey, this shit ain't turning out like we thought, or like you said, or like we were told. And so it's now, remember, everybody now, they got all the tweets out there, all the social media, all the arguments at the dinner table with their family. Now they're like, oh shit, well, I'm just going to double down. So the bottom line is people is wrong, and they just want to be more wrong, because there is no way. You saw even the black girl with the Chargers hoodie on. She didn't wait to get crunk and say all that shit about Joe until she found out that the quote was his. So she already knows. She clearly showed she knew everything that was already been done. And she waited to hear that quote and then was like, well, you was racist anyway. Kamala was racist too. She had race more. Where was that at when you voted? It didn't change. They're still the same people. So this the part I don't understand. Like, y'all clearly see, but that just shows me that y'all are voting and y'all are running off of feelings, not policy. Whenever we ask somebody, why, give me a policy. Well, he was racist. He said, stand back, stand by. That's not a policy. Give me the number of that policy. I'm honestly, I'm exhausted, y'all. I'm tired. I just want to talk about football.
Okay. That's coming. Okay, well, let's just keep it 100. We're not dumb, nor are we naive. We are just tribal, and we do what what we're told and what we're taught. We do that in everything, right? So if we want to call it Black culture, we'll give it that. We do everything our grandmama did, her mama did, and her mama did. So when we're told that we're supposed to vote Democrat because that's what we've done, that's what we do, even when we know better. And I'm also believing that a lot of Black people are not voting Democrat. They're just not telling you. They're afraid to say I voted for Trump. Trust me, you just saw homegirl with the Chargers sweatshirt on. She knew all that information, didn't she? She spewed that right on out and let y'all know. She dropped all them facts on you. She didn't vote for Biden. She might have told her mama that. She might have been sitting at Christmas saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to cast my vote for Biden. No, she knows too much information to be the one that voted for Biden. And so a lot of times I think, especially now, I wouldn't say 10 years ago. Sorry, my neighbor. I wouldn't say 10 years ago that was the case, but I would say now we probably are more secretive about who we vote for. So we're not honest in our vote, because even the Black guy said, I hope it's not Trump. I really like him.
Right.
We are, trust me, we're opening our eyes. Even my own family who's like on the Democratic plantation, they're coming around. But my own uncle said, keep it a secret. Ha ha ha. I just told everybody right now. Your secret's out that he's going to vote for Trump. I'll hold his name. Maybe that'll help. But yeah, so I think that we're waking up. I don't think that we're really voting, and I don't think that we're really naive. I just think that we're ones that don't want to fight with our family because we know we'll never hear the end of it. So we'll be like, yeah, and then go do what we want to do.
Mm. Well, you know what they say, the best way to keep information from a Black person is put it in a book. So people, how about we read beyond the clickbait headlines? Because generally with a lot of these articles, they fill it up front with pork and all the salacious stuff. And then at the very bottom of the article will be the actual context.
Right.
Also, get you some civics books, just the basic stuff. I'm sure there's a civics for dummies. Just pick that up and just read it. So you just understand the baseline of how the government works and why you should not be acting like employees to the people you vote for.
Thank you.
I literally had this whole debate with this Black woman on my live stream yesterday, was it? Or the day before?
Yes.
And
it was yesterday.
And it was just, she started out with, Black Republicans are with massa. So I tried to unpack what's massa. Because what's massa? Because I don't got massa. So you clearly got massa. So tell me who massa is. And
her husband.
She couldn't. Oh, you know what? And you know what? She couldn't. She couldn't articulate it. She had no idea what she was talking about. And that's what I need us to get out of this autopilot. As soon as we don't agree, as soon as a white person pushes back, they're this. As soon as they have a certain tone, they're that. Like, no. How about they just don't agree with you? How about they just don't fuck with you? That is okay too. All of it is valid. But to sit here and walk around with this complex that white people are here and you are here, it shows up. You don't think it shows up, but I've seen it show up. Slumped over, no eye contact, no inspiration in your voice, no aspirational nothing. Don't know your worth. Walking in there, we had a whole debate also in that same thing about salaries and why most people get underpaid because they don't negotiate. Period. That part. It has nothing. So if you know that you're going to be underpaid, you might want to create an exit plan, bro. But anyway, we'll be right back.
And into Trifecta Hour, please hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell. Woo! You can also follow us on TikTok and Instagram. And if you really want to make us smile, you can subscribe to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Now it's time for... Sure.
I'm just like, shh, I got you. You ready?
Just roll it. Go ahead.
Caleb Williams. I really think he is a great football player. What a poor example for masculinity in young men. I would never want my son to mimic nothing that this kid is doing. The kid looked like he got lipstick on. He got a pink phone case and got his nails painted with some little gay ring on his finger. What is a keychain? This is unbecoming of a man to look like he got lipstick on and all this other stuff. He could be trolling. I don't know. If he's not trolling and this is genuinely his presentation, this is an embarrassment as a man. Men do not paint their fingernails. Men don't have pink phone cases in conjunction with pink paint fingernails and lipstick. Let me address what Robert Griffin III said, because these people, listen, man, when I was young, I used to really think what Robert Griffin III and these other guys said was like high valued, because I really looked up to them and I thought that these guys were, I realized that these people are just as ignorant and they lack maturity, wisdom, just as anybody else. Just because they're superstars don't mean they have any maturity and wisdom. Listen, this is what he said. I'm going to read it. He said, let Caleb be Caleb Williams. Ain't nothing wrong with him wearing pink fingernail polish and having a pink phone case. Quite frankly, if he goes to Chicago, then Bears fans should be rocking whatever he is. Stop the hate and accept him for who he is. You don't have to accept him for who he is. You can accept his football play, but his off the field shenanigans is a turnoff.
All right. Prince.
I agree with Officer Tatum. I agree
Are
that.
you gonna moan into the mic the whole live?
Yeah, it got me. Shit. Sound like me eating ice cream. Like, shut up. Listen, we
See what happens when you get somebody some AirPods? They hear everything now.
I agree with I agree with Officer Tatum. And the funny thing is, I'm more disappointed in the men that, especially of our generation that grew up, we all know the jokes we used to have. If you did anything that was a little sus, we'd be like, hey, fix that. Hey, what are you doing? Hey, men don't do that. Men don't do this. Men don't do that. Girls do that. But now you see those same people that's subscribing to this. Well, if he balls out, then everybody should wear. No, RG3, what the fuck are you talking about, my guy? Like, that's not how shit works around here. And the bottom line is, if you don't want to subscribe to something that somebody does in their personal life, that is fine. You can like the athlete, but I'm having a hard time deciphering with, damn it, you got 6'5", all man Cam Newton can't catch a break, but somebody like this with a pink phone, pink lipstick, crying in his mama's shoulders, this is who we want to prop up. I don't understand it now, but again, it's to this whole thing, like Keisha said, going back to the voting thing. Some of you are disingenuous as fuck. You don't believe what you're saying. You know damn well if you see Caleb Williams, if he was just Tyrone Smith with pink lipstick, pink nail polish, and a pink phone case, you will be talking totally different. But since you're on social media and you got about 30 or 40 followers and you're scared you might lose 3 or 4, it's like, if you're insecure, just say that. Listen, none of those women are going to fuck you for being inclusive. And none of those same men that you're cheering for want your dusty ass. So be a man, stand on your morals, and stop perpetrating the fraud.
Which part's the fraud?
All of it.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. Is he gay? Okay. Because otherwise it's not acceptable. I'm just done. Okay. Come on, men. Remember? Oh yeah, masculinity is toxic. I forgot. Because all those women want to run around with men that we have to share our lipstick with and our nail polish with and all that. That's what we're into these days. Listen, let me tell you something. Men, okay? Women like to feel safe. Okay? You know why women go to the bathroom with 10 of us? Because that's how we feel safe. We don't want to go by ourselves. We want to go with 10 of us because if some pop off, we know that, we can jump them at the same time. So I don't understand how we've lost our way. I don't understand why men being feminine is something that we need to let our young boys look up to. I just don't get it. And I don't know why that's necessary. I don't have a problem with you having your own style. I don't have a problem with you doing what you want to do. I don't have a problem with any of that, but it's not something that needs to be a role model. I don't need you to mimic it, right? Like, let's be individuals and let's just recognize that the truth is that's not what men do. Okay. Real men are not putting on lipstick. Okay. Oh, here, let's just do one better. The toxic men who will beat your ass. Okay. They're not putting on lipstick. They're not painting their fingernails. They're not doing any of that stuff. Okay. Men are gross. Okay. They're dirty. They're raunchy. They're just gross. That's what men are. That's what they do. That's what we expect. You know, I mean, I had a problem when men started shaving their bodies. I was like, what are we doing? If we wanted you to feel like us, we'd be with us. Men are hairy. That's what they do.
Nothing wrong with shaving your body.
Again, I forget who I'm talking to. Anyways. What? No, we're not talking about manscaping. We're not talking about manscaping. Are you guys like Olympic swimmers? Like, there's no reason to be shaving your body unless you're like diving into the pool and about to win a gold medal. Like, it's just not necessary. I mean, it's fine keeping your shit cleaned up, but come on, guys. So fuck him. You know what? If he wants to have the people face, let him. If he wants to paint his nails, let him. But that's not what men do. I'm sorry, it's not attractive to women. It's just not.
What would you know what's attractive on a man? You're a woman.
You know what? I almost said something right now, but you know what? I won't just.
All right, so I'm gonna push back a little bit.
Oh,
because we got a little selective memory here. So I thought I refresh our memory. You know, just let's go back to the 90s, shall we? There was a man named Dennis Rodman. There was a man named Prince. There was a man named Michael Jackson. I would put RuPaul in there, but he's actually part of the community, so we won't put RuPaul in the mix.
Okay,
but let's just keep those three.
Okay. Okay.
Now, I think the issue we're having today is we have so much exposure to everything now. So it's Dennis Rodman times 1,000 versus one Dennis Rodman, which was like, okay, that's Dennis. He do his thing. He's a little eccentric. You know, he put on the wedding dress, whatever. But now it just seems to be like a trending thing across sports, across media, and the more elaborate and the more bump you could put in your hair and the more bone broth you could put in your hair and blush you could wear, then you get some press. So yeah, I get it. It's just today it's on steroids.
No.
But it did exist at one time. So
okay.
This whole notion, hold on. And this whole notion that there weren't masculine men who were eccentric, there were.
No. It's not the same. When Dennis Rodman did it, he was a freak.
Oh, Rodman was a freak, but Caleb is a...
Yes, that's the difference. So when Dennis Rodman did it, he was a freak. Remember, everyone was like frowning upon it. Everyone was talking about it. Remember, it was like, oh my God, I can't believe this man is running around with his fingernails painted and his colored hair and he's showing up in wedding dresses. He was a freak. That's the difference between that time. And you were down low, you weren't straight. Like, it was a different vibe in the 90s. Like, now it's just like, it's the thing to do. Men wear dresses. I mean, that it just doesn't make sense.
But that's what I said. I just said now it's just overexposure to it. Now everybody wants to come like freak used to be an anomaly. Now freak is like the norm.
Yeah, but it's accepted now. Then it wasn't.
So also what I would say about Rodman, Prince, and Michael is that their antics, with the exception of Michael a couple of times, but their antics didn't really outweigh their gifts. They were so good at what they did that people could sort of overlook that. Now, what Caleb has to do, yes, Caleb has to go into the NFL and ball out. Otherwise, they're going to clown his ass. Go ahead.
But I'm going to push back on the pushback. Because you said Michael, you said Prince, and you said Rodman, correct?
Yeah.
And all three of those are known, let me know if I'm lying, AJ, throughout the male community that don't leave your girl with them. Like, they did all that. Prince wore platforms, he wore tight, stuff like that. leave your girl around him. He'll show you how much of a man he is. That's why I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. With a lot of these new people, like Tatum said it. I don't know if he's trolling. Why would you troll like that? No man says, you know what? I'm a troll. I'm gonna wear pink lipstick. I'm gonna have a pink phone and pink nail and be on national TV. Like, who does that?
These fools today. Anyways, let's segue. Let's just segue.
Hey, but before we segue, I got one question, Ink. Would you have dated any of those three?
Which three? Michael,
Rodman, Michael Prince.
Absolutely.
Okay, moving on.
Their masculinity was never their masculinity was never in question. Even though they were like weird in their dress, and it was never in question.
I now want to know which one.
Nigga, all of them. How about that?
Okay, all right.
All right. Back to our favorite president. Now, some of Biden's other major political accomplishments include drafting the infamous 1994 crime bill, which led to mass incarceration of mostly Black men. As vice president, literally telling us how he participated in a quid pro quo. I almost got it out wrong, but I got it out. As president, excessively looking at his watch as fallen soldiers were being memorialized. I remember that fiasco.
Yeah.
Like, bro, where you need to be right now, because this is your duty right here. This is why you're a commander-in-chief, bro. Anyway, disrespecting Black civil rights leaders on Zoom call when he was president-elect. I remember that one. And I wish I had more time to get a clip from that, but it was like a 2-hour meeting, and I had time to pull a clip from it. But Biden got over 85% of the Black vote, and Asians got a hate crime bill, while Ice Cube was still waiting for a meeting to discuss his plan for Black America. But and even his own vice president cried about being affected by his poor policy choices. Take a look at Cammie.
I do not believe you are a racist. And I agree with you when you commit yourself to the importance of finding common ground. But I also believe, and it's personal, and I was actually it was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country. And it was not only that, but you also worked with them to oppose busing.
Look, everything I've done in my career, I ran because of civil rights. I continue to think we have to make fundamental changes in civil rights. And those civil rights, by the way, include not just only African Americans, but the LGBT community.
But Vice President Biden, do you agree today that you were wrong to oppose busing in America then?
No,
do you agree?
I did not oppose busing in America. What I opposed is busing ordered by the Department of Education. That's what I opposed.
Well, there was a failure of states to integrate public schools in America. I was part of the second class to integrate Berkeley, California public schools almost 2 decades after Brown v. Board of Education.
Because your city council made that decision. It was a local decision.
So that's where the federal government must step in. That's why we have the Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act. That's why we need to pass the Equality Act. That's why we need to pass the ERA, because there are moments in history where states fail to preserve the civil rights of all people.
All right.
It's amazing. She had all her words then. Okay, I'm sorry.
It's really amazing. And then only for her to say after, oh, we were just debating.
Right.
Okay. Now, before we wrap up this beautiful tribute to Dementia Monkey, let's take a look back at his 50 years of great racially motivated quotes.
Are you going to apologize? Like Cory Booker
apologize for what?
Cory Booker's called for it.
Cory should apologize. He knows better. There's not a racist bone in my body. I've been involved in civil rights my whole career. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
The world is different. There's too much unfinished business for us to just look backwards. We have to look to the future.
I know Joe. We know Joe. But most importantly, Joe knows us.
That's right.
Take that.
And by the way, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs. that turned blonde in the sun, and the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
And I love kids jumping on my lap.
Even call centers, which rushed overseas in the hundreds of thousands. How many times you get the call? I'd like to talk to you about your credit card.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. They're going to put you all back in chains.
In my opinion, we don't need white people leading the Democratic Party right now. The Democratic Party is diverse, and it should be reflected as so in our leadership.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Why does this happen?
I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this, Chuck, I'm not going to do this because let me just be really clear. Vice President Biden absolutely has a respect level for all people around him, for voters across this country, young people, older voters, voters of color, Black people, Latino voters, Indigenous, Asian American, Pacific Islander. So I'm not going to even traffic in any hypothetical conversation about if he is sensitive enough. In my opinion, we don't need white people leading the Democratic Party right now.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
I don't know.
Joe Biden might be suffering from that same white entitlement and privilege and ego, where he's just that old school white male who feels like, hey, man, they need me, I don't need them, or I got them already.
Joe Biden is under fire this evening on comments he made about working alongside segregationist senators in the past.
Biden recalling his early Senate career, bringing up two segregationist senators, Herman Talmadge and James Eastland, who called African Americans an inferior race. I was in a caucus with James O. Eastland, Biden said. He never called me boy, he always called me son. At least there was some civility. We got things done. We didn't agree on much of anything. We got things done.
I think the two-party system, although my Democratic colleagues don't like me saying this, I think the two-party system is good for the South and good for the Negro, good for the black in the South. Other than the fact that they still call me boy, I think they've changed their mind a little bit. It's that old school white male.
These people.
Out there.
These
right.
You know what?
And
we'll be right back.
We'll be back.
Lit over at ajsrantroom.com. We got the best bags and accessories, our beloved Black Series. We got fresh lids for you hat lovers, fire jackets and hoodies, and of course we got you covered on the t-shirts. So head on over to ajsrantroom.com and get to shopping. You won't be disappointed.
All right, it's time to get petty.
Oh, hold on. We have a special guest for our petty. Hold on one second. Right? Don't we have a special guest for our petty? Hold on.
It's time to check in with the leader of the free world. Now, given the president has been out of action in the past week due to COVID, we thought we'd take a brief stroll down memory lane to see how he's proven again and again that he's as sharp as a tack and up to the enormous task before him.
From Charlotte, another line going from in Florida down to Tampa.
Putin's
Okay, that doesn't exactly fill one with confidence. So here's some footage of Joe Biden being masterful, powerful, and cognitively sound.
The nature, not a solid meeting with they make a very good point. Here's the deal. Here's why the driver in the states that are affected. Here's what you can do, the drivers. We want to expand pre-K for 3- and 4-year-olds, millions of pre-K.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that was great. Okay. So my petty goes out to people who snore on airplanes.
Oh shit.
I've spent the past few weeks on airplanes quite a bit. And I think that if you snore, you should be fined. And you should not be allowed to sit anywhere but in the very back of the plane. The very last row, the last seat that you can't even recline. That way you don't even get comfortable. I spend too much money on airfare for my seat to have to sit next to somebody. Nobody wants to hear that.
That would drive me crazy.
Nobody. Okay. When you can't even like noise cancel that out, the seat starts vibrating, all of that. Extra cost for snoring on the airline. Okay.
And do.
Okay. With that being said, American Airlines, Southwest Air. You know what? A matter of fact, if you snore, you have to fly Spirit or Frontier.
Fine.
Okay. That's where you guys need to be. Spirit. Okay. Because I see the videos of Spirit and all the ghetto-ness always happens on Spirit. So I think that snorers should be on Spirit.
That is a dog whistle.
I don't care. You should not be allowed. And you surely should not be allowed in first class. Let's just keep that 100. You surely should not be allowed in first class snoring like that. Sorry.
What if they have an issue? Like
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't. Your mouth is wide open. That part. And it's loud, like it just like takes over. You're like looking around, like, what do you hear that? And it's like 5 rows up or back. Like what's happening? What are we doing?
Stick your finger in your mouth.
Shut up. So with that being said, if you snore, you should be fined. It should be like, what is that? The FAA or whatever should fine you. That is my petty.
All right. My petty goes out to Emmanuel Acho. You better not full-fledged apologize.
Oh.
You said what you said and you meant it. And I agree with you. And I don't agree with you a whole lot, but I did buy your book, Uncomfortable Conversation with a Black Man. I did buy your book. And it was okay. But anyway, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, for the 5 people that watched the women's basketball, Angel Reese, who's now qualified, who is going to be drafted this year to the WNBA, lost her LSU team lost to Iowa in the final 8, and when in the press conference she's crying about how she was the crown on her head, and meanwhile this woman claimed, she took the crown of the villain, said she wanted to be the villain. She said, I'll be the villain, and she played that villain character all past the finish line. And then when she lost, all of a sudden we're supposed to cry and have sympathy for her. But of course the black media comes out, all the black activists, Jamel Hills of the world. Oh, this is a black woman. She cried. You better hold that black woman up. And so Emmanuel Acho said what he said. He gave a gender neutral, race neutral response and meant what he said. And now he's getting all this backlash and all these think pieces and all his videos and all trashing him because he's technically not an African American, but he is an African American because his family is from Africa. But anyway, Emmanuel, you better not apologize. You said what you said and you meant it, and I agreed with it. You can't sit up here and claim to be the villain and then want people to cry for you on the back end when you lose or when you having a bad day. Nobody cares. You've yelled at coaches, you've pulled people's hair, you've taunted people for not having as much money as you. I'm feeling sorry for a millionaire who's graduating college and going into the WNBA. I don't feel sorry for you, Argentina. Prince.
My petty goes to
Our petty
collectively as the trifecta. Our petty goes to Frank Liskey Park here in Concord, North Carolina, where I accompanied me and my wife's youngest son, 6-year-old. He's autistic nonverbal, to a field trip at the park. And during one of the activities where park staff was explaining the rules and talking to the children, Princeton was making noise. He wanted to go to the park, and I wanted him to stay, to give him some structure a little bit. And then, well, the administrator stops mid-sentence and turns to me, walks over to me, and Princeton and says, "That is distracting." And sensing myself about to be a whole Incredible Hulk black man, I told his teachers that I would sign him out and take him to the park, and I left the park. And needless to say, the staff wasn't the school staff wasn't happy, parents wasn't happy, my wife wasn't happy, and we reached out to the park staff to have them talk to us about and see how we can rectify the situation. They ignored our calls. They didn't talk till the next day, and then they gave us some bullshit ass AI response. And I just want to say this to the woman who thought that she had enough in her purse to address me and my child that way. You lucky. You're very lucky.
Raven,
not as lucky
you lucky.
Not as lucky as you think, because guess what? It's not over.
Nope. So if anybody would like to talk to them, hold on, Prince. If you guys would like to reach out to the park, tell them what the name of the park is again, Prince.
Frank Liskey Park.
Yes, ask for Joshua. The number is, everybody get their pen and paper ready, 704-413-7963. Let me repeat that, 704-413-7963. By all means, reach out. Let them know how you feel. Ask for Joshua. He's in charge over there. He should answer the phone because he's been answering it. And let them know that you cannot treat autistic children this way and they can get fucked. Okay, continue, Prince. I'm sorry.
And that's pretty much it. I don't want to spend the rest of my petty on it, but my latest video on TikTok and Instagram, it goes into detail more about the incident and all the parties involved. Just go check that out. And it is Autism Acceptance Awareness Month. Just support any way that you can. And please, I'm telling parents, anybody out there, stop addressing parents about their children if you don't know what the fuck is going on. Even if you do know what's going on, you better watch it, because this is the fuck around and find out era, and we got cameras ready for shit like that. You've been warned.
You got aunties ready to unleash her wrath on your ass. It's coming.
Amen.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna skip the Trump video, and we will be right back.
Oh shit! I don't even know where we.
Into Trifecta Hour, please hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell. Woo! You can also follow us on TikTok and Instagram. And if you really want to make us smile, you can subscribe to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
I don't know why AJ be trying to jack me up. Go ahead.
Huh?
I said, I don't know why you be trying to jack me up.
Now it's time for our memes of the week.
Let's get it.
You know, that actually sounds like Prince.
All right. So these memes of the week are dedicated to number 46 himself, the babbling babblers. So, Joe Biden, I'm Joe Message, and I approve this Biden. As you can see from those clips, it's not really hard to understand why he would say this. I'm Joe Message, and I approve this Biden. Blink, blink. Blink, blink. Biden, the quicker sniffer upper. This dude has a problem with space, appropriateness, and just overall being not a creep. Like, I don't know this thing about him going behind people, putting his hands on his shoulder and sniffing them. Weird. Cut that shit out.
Cut that shit out.
Leaders who have their political opponents arrested: Stalin, Smittler,
Hitler,
one of the guys that runs the Chinese restaurant locally, and Joe Biden.
Shit.
Listen. I mean, he
Whose
does.
friend is this?
Lee, who is that, Lee? Lee, who is that? Lee, I need the phone to Oriental. Lee, who is that? I should have did Google image. I don't know who that is.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Wait, is Lee telling us in the chat?
Is his son
Is
Sal?
he here?
Is that son Sal? Lee, who is that?
Okay.
Oh shit.
Lee,
oh my God.
Lee's just
Lee
laughing. He's
Lee
not
don't
even
know who
telling
it
us.
is. Okay.
That's not a meme. This is history.
Oh shit. Hey Joe, boxes of brief. And Joe will say depends. Is that his name? Mao Zedong?
Wait, this is what he said. Hold on, this is what Lee said.
I'm not even gonna try. I'm good.
Oh my God.
See,
Okay,
black
stop
people
it.
can be racist and bigots.
Oh my God. Okay. Where were we? Oh, am I supposed to be playing?
Next meme, please. He is not the lesser of the two evils. He's the far better human, and it's not even close. What? That doesn't even make sense. Like, is this a troll meme? I even picked the meme and I'm confused. What?
Wow.
Do I have another meme?
Oh my God. Hold
No,
on. Let me
that's
see.
it.
Those are the memes of the week.
Go back to Mao Zedong.
No, we're not. Oh
Mao
my God.
Zedong.
Oh my God. Hold on. I gotta find out. I got a headache from laughing. Hold on.
Mao
Okay.
Zedong. That is his name. It's Mao Zedong. Was a Chinese politician, Marxist theorist, military strategist.
Okay, we're done. It's let's go, AJ.
Say Mao.
All right. It's time for what? It's time for our You gonna stop jumping my cue?
Nope, I can do whatever I want. Stop laughing.
Okay. End stream. Anyway.
I can do that too.
I can too.
Oh, look, I can do that too. Okay, so really quickly. So I've been told because I use the incorrect words that I'm like a white person. So I was told today or yesterday that I'm like a white girl. So I'm gonna this goes out. This is dedicated to the Bronx. Sneaker.
You know what?
During sex, preferably in doggy style, you pull out far enough from the pussy and pop it straight in the ass. Sneaker. Okay. So this is my word. Tennis shoe.
Oh God.
Any type of casual shoe, usually consisting of rubber soles and a leather upper. Tennis shoe. That's your word. So the next time you tell me I'm white, I'm going to say that you're a butt fucker. Sneaker.
You telling me I have a room full of butt fuckers?
Well, I mean, no, I'm not even going to do that.
Honey, I'm gonna be some sneakers tonight.
So before we go, Prince, you have an announcement. Would you like to tell the people?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Everybody who now is listening, listen. Real Time with Prince Blue, my own individual podcast, will be back. It will be back April 23rd. 11 a.m. Every Thursday, 11 a.m. It's going to be culture, sports, relationships, and whatever else I want to get off my chest. So I say it again, Real Time with Prince Blue will be back live Thursday, April 23rd at 11 a.m.
25th.
25th. I'm
Lord
sorry.
Jesus.
April 25th. Yes, April 25th. And as you can see, it's already going to be a shit show. But I'm working on some things. Thank you to AJ Inc. for giving me the inspiration to bring back my individual podcast. And this is just the start of many things underneath the Trifecta umbrella. I'm telling you, when we invested in this, we told y'all, strap y'all ass to the AJ said strap your ass to the rocket ship before it take off. And it's about to take off. This is just the beginning. So thank you. And of course, I'll send out promos and all that other stuff. But yes, Real Time with Prince Blue is back. And it's going to be different than what we do on Trifecta. And I'm probably going to have these crazy motherfuckers with me sometimes. So
Okay.
You say you bringing homos with you?
That's what I think he said. That's what I think he said.
I said what?
It's going to be different than Trifecta because it'll be boring because we're not there.
Oh, shit. Well, it won't be boring after we give our notes.
Well, the age won't be older because you won't be there.
It's cool.
Grandma.
Hey. Without me, you'll be a sneaker.
Oh, damn. Well, on that note, we appreciate y'all for watching. We will catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Fuck them.